Hello, a melody greetings to everyone. Today we are going to elaborate paging concept in computer operating system. Here I am going to introduce my team members. First of all, this is me, Sritam, who handles the introduction part. She is Anjana, who handles paging concept with story relating. He is Kundan, who handles the core concept of paging part. And he is Mantu Kumar, who describes the concept of paging and explains how it provides solution to captivating stories. So, without any delay, let's proceed to one of the most fascinating concept called paging, a crucial aspect of memory management in modern operating system. Let's get started about paging, which effectively optimizes memory uses through our story.
I am your friend and guide in this journey. We will together learn the concepts of paging in this video. To make this more interesting, let's start with story.
Once upon a time in city of Varanasi there was librarian named Hariram. He was an older man, with kind smile and twinkling eyes. He used to manage the largest library in the city. A massive structure filled with thousands of books on every topic. You could imagine. He was able to manage the library very easily. As the Varanasi grew, so as did its library. More and more book arrived every day, but the library space did not grow with them. Hariram struggled to find room for the new books and find it increasingly difficult to locate specific titles. He was well aware that something had to be done. I am not able to manage the book in library. How are you?
At our work, we often deal with a problem very similar to yours. We have a large number of programs that need to use a limited amount of memory. We solve this problem by using a method called paging. We break down complex program into smaller, more manageable pages. These pages were stored wherever there is space, and a map or page table is used to keep track of where each page is stored. Let's see it in more detail.
Let us see the concept of paging and how it works efficiently. It is memory management scheme that eliminates the need of contiguous allocation of physical memory. Or, where there is free space in memory, it will allocate it to corresponding request called as paging. First of all, we see, in main memory, a fixed size partition is there called frames. For understanding purpose, let us take one frame size as 2 byte. Then let P1 be any process of size 4 byte, it will stored in first 2 frames. P2 be any other process of size 5 byte, it will stored in continuous 3 frames as shown in figure, but our one frame size is 2 byte. In last third frame 1 byte is vacant, and that is called as internal fragmentation. Again, a P3 process is arrived and it will stored in further 3 frames. If you see in between P2 and P3 there are only 2 frames are available, and if we have to store a new process of size 6 byte, then it is not possible to store there, and it will store after P3 where 3 frames are vacant continuously. So this phenomena called as external fragmentation, and to reduce this we use paging. Let us see how. Few thing that we have to keep it in our mind. First, the page size should always be same as frame size, then it is only possible to reduce the external fragmentation. Then we see how address translation is happen. So the logical address is a combination of page number with page offset, and physical address is combination of frame number with page offset. Now we see how paging actually works. So first CPU generate the query which goes to page number and offset number, which further connected to page table that holds the page details, then it moves to frame number and offset number which connected to main memory where data is stored. Now we take one example and see how it works step by step, and then we see few of its advantages.
Here you can see that in phase 1 we take frames of size 2 bytes on main memory and page size of 2 bytes so we can store process efficiently. Then coming into phase 2, P1 of size 6 byte is occupied 3 frames in main memory as shown there. After that, coming into phase 3, P2 of size 4 byte is stored into 2 frames in main memory as shown there after P1 location. Coming into phase 4, P3 of size 5 byte is stored into main memory as shown there after P2 location. Coming into next phase, P2 is swapped out from main memory as shown there after P1 location, and occupied frames of P2 becomes vacant. In next phase, P4 has need 3 frames, so it will assigned into 3 location as non-contiguous location. Now we see few of advantages and disadvantages. In advantage, first it reduces the external fragmentation as it allocate non-contiguous location. Second, it is simple and efficient. Third, swapping become very easy as it main page table for each process. In disadvantages, first, it is not suitable for internal fragmentation that will reduces by segmentation. It is not suitable smaller than page size. Now let us see how Hariram will solve his problem using paging concept.
To apply the concept of paging, Hariram start collecting all books information with respecting section by visiting each of the section one by one and starting to maintain a record of all books as he is to make fully automated model so library keep growing without any hurdles, especially for low space. Hariram just preparing all the necessary things to apply paging. Now with help of Champa, he began by dividing each book into sections, or pages, which were then individually indexed and stored wherever there was room, make an efficient model for it. Then, he created a book table, which was a record of where each page of the books was stored. As firstly he categorized the book into section according to their genre, but by this many section got vacant places, so after paging concept he placed the book anywhere, just he has to maintain a book so they can easily access any of book. As you can see here, Hariram made one book table where he stored the book storage location section detail within which rack. Here you see no books have contiguous location, but they can access efficiently by taking help from book table. Now, instead of trying to fit entire books into limited space, he was able to fit the individual pages into the nooks and crannies throughout the library, fully utilizing the available space. The paging system was a resounding success. Hariram could now store more books than before, and finding specific titles became much easier. The library became even more popular, and Hariram could be happier. Through Champa's innovative approach and Hariram's determination, they solved a significant problem. And in the process, they brought the concept of paging in operating systems to life in a very real and tangible way. This story reminds us that even complex technical ideas can be understood and applied in our everyday lives, leading to creative and effective solutions. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you understand the paging concept.